This is EFTM, everything for the man. Technology, everything for the man.
Yeah, and thanks for watching EFTM. This is a quick look at the new iPad compared to the iPad 2. What you've got here is the new iPad, and on the right, the iPad 2. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the speed test application. You'd know speedtest.net, familiar with it on the internet. I'm going to take both iPads and show you here. I'll take them both off Wi-Fi. There's the iPad, the new iPad off Wi-Fi, and the iPad 2 is the one on the right. So we'll now have a look at speed test, but the first thing I'll do is get my Telstra SIM card. So the iPad 2, I'm just going to take out the empty SIM card tray, and out of the iPad, the new iPad, I'll grab my Telstra SIM card. So we'll do the speed test first on the iPad 2. So that there is my Telstra micro SIM. And here in Australia, Telstra micro SIMs are 3G. There is, of course, now a 4G network, but the 4G compliance is what we're testing here. What Telstra have is a thing called Dual Channel or Dual Carrier HSPA+. Basically, Dual Channel 3G. So we'll put the Telstra SIM card into the old iPad 2, lock it into place, and we'll wait till we get a signal with the Telstra network. So essentially, there is no 4G in Australia that's compatible with the iPad. Telstra's 4G runs on a different spectrum, and the iPad doesn't operate in that spectrum. So on the iPad 2 here, the old iPad, we'll open up speed test, and we will choose, I'll set it up on a Sydney Internode server. Now, I'm filming this in the northern suburbs of Sydney. I don't have fantastic data coverage here, so we're not going to get big speeds, but hopefully we'll see a difference between the iPad 2 and the new iPad. So straight away, you're getting a little over 1.5 meg downloads. And we're just going to talk about downloads here because that's the simplest and first thing to look at. So once again, I'm going to run 3 tests on the iPad 2, and then I'll run 3 tests on the new iPad, and just see straight up, same location, similar time, what the difference is. So basically, the dual channel, dual carrier HSPA Plus network is only available on Telstra. Optus and Vodafone do not have a dual channel or dual carrier network. They haven't put that technology into their network. Telstra have, and for one reason is for the fallback from 4G. Telstra's 4G network is available in such a small number of areas that if you have a 4G device, the HTC Velocity or the Telstra dongle, and you're not in a 4G area, you'll still get better speeds because you'll be on this dual channel network. Now you'll see here, that's another 1 point something meg test. It is interesting to note that that none of the other carriers have the dual channel. They're going for a move directly to LTE, which won't be, in reality, until 2014, when the analogue television spectrum is turned off and auctioned off to the telcos, most likely for use here in these long-term evolution 4G trials. So there we go. We've got 3 tests done, and all of them around the 1 point something, mid 1 meg. 1.5 meg, not quite broaching the 2 meg mark. So I'll take that exact same SIM card out of the iPad 2. You know the little SIM tray? Very difficult to pop out sometimes. Pop out the SIM on the iPad 2 and we'll put it back into the new iPad. And as I said, it's filmed here in real time. So very similar time of day, minutes apart. I'll run 3 tests on the same Internode Sydney server on the new iPad. So the new iPad there on the left, a little bit thicker, 0.6 of a millimetre thicker than the iPad 2, and about 50 grams heavier than the iPad 2. So I'll wait for this one to get service, and once we pick up some Telstra service, we'll be able to run those same 3 tests on the same server with Speed Test, the app. So we've got our Telstra 3G coverage here. Launch the app and configure it the same way. So what you're going to get here is you're going to get results that are possibly double the 3G version, the iPad 2. Now, I have been doing tests for a good week, and in good areas, I'm getting 3 and 4 meg downloads on the iPad 2, and I am getting 10 and 12 meg downloads on the new iPad. Now, those are not Telstra 4G speeds, but they are certainly very good speeds. So you'll see here straight away, we've breached the 2 meg mark immediately. Now, again, not a great area, and also possibly a peak time of day, but no, not really, because it's 10 o'clock at night as I recorded this. But anyway, over 2 meg downloads on our first test with the new iPad, so using the dual carrier. I think it's pretty clear that's an immediate result. It's not a fantastic result, But then again here, we now breach up into the 3.5 and well over 3 meg mark. So 2 distinct tests there, and I'm not saying it's comprehensive. I'm not saying it's absolutely categoric, but I can tell you that if you are able to take a SIM card from an iPad 2, put it into a new iPad, and run the similar test, you will see consistently in real-world application, you'll see consistently better speeds. So right here again, we're up into the 4 meg mark. Didn't come anywhere near this speed on the iPad 2. So very clear, faster network on the new iPad. So forget the 4G. We know it's not available, and you're not going to get it. 4G not available here in Australia on the new iPad. But with the new iPad on the Telstra network, you will take advantage of the Dual Carrier HSPA Plus and get better speed.
This is EFTM, everything for the man.